Hey guys, my name is Spencer. I am probably one of the one-armed Rick Allen tribute drummers. Thanks for watching my channel. I hope you enjoy the videos. All this stuff I do for just for fun, really. This is something I've wanted to build, this kit, for such a long time. But anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoy the videos. I've got more coming. I know it's been like 3 weeks, I think, since I've done a video, but I'm being plagued by these all these technical issues. So what I thought I would do right now is give you guys just a quick, and I'm talking, this is going to be a really fast, rough, dirty tour of the kit. Some people have been asking to see the kit and do a tour, but I moved into a new space, so I can't get to the front of it. It's kind of up against the wall, as you can see here. But what I thought I would do is just kind of give you a real quick tour of it and let you guys see what's going on here. And then I'll explain the some of the technical issues that I'm having. So here's the kit. And this is, like I said, I can't get in front of it, but I mean, hey, this is the best seat in the house right here. But anyway, I'll try to get, let me see here. Okay, now you can kind of get an idea of the kit here. So as you know, if you watch the videos of, In the Face, In Your Round, this is the kit that he played. This is not his kit. Again, this is my rendition of his kit. There's a lot of subtle differences, but we're not going to go into all that. But anyway, I'm just going to give you a really, really rough tour of the kit. So the pads he used were Simmons SDS 9 pads. These were, at the time, probably top of the line. These had kind of the free floating heads in here, and I know that sounds weird, but the plywood under here was not attached to the chassis. It was attached to the rubber, so it would move, kind of give you a little bit more give. So these were really nice. Now you're talking 1980, shoot, I can't remember, 1985 or 6 maybe, I think, when these came out. So this was pretty cush back then. So we had, see if you can see here, we have the 4 here. We had the snare drum, tom 1, 2, and 3, and then over here we have an extra bass drum. And this was an effects pad. I'm not exactly sure 100% what he used it for. But I know if you look at a chart of his drums, it's labeled as the effects pad. Now these cymbals, just real quick, I have some real brass over here. But for the purposes of doing these videos, I use these. And what these are basically, they are practice cymbals that are wrapped in, what do you call it, gold vinyl. And they are wired with triggers, so they're electronic, and these are kind of homemade, but they work really well because they move a lot like real cymbals. One of the things that I don't like about the the factory cymbals, the prefab ones that you buy from like Roland or Yamaha or any of these other ones, kind of like these. This is technical issue number 1. My hi-hat trigger went out, but thankfully I've got 3 of these. So and I bought 3 of these for the Adrenalize kit because he has the 3 hi-hats sitting there. But anyway, I don't like these because they have the plug there on the side, and the whole cable plugs into that, and it really restricts the movement. You see how bulky that is under there. So mine, if you can see, this is my prototype that I did. This is my ugly China, and it works really well as a China. But anyway, as you can see, these move almost like real cymbals, and they are just triggered on the bottom, and then I run a very thin wire down so that it doesn't restrict the movement. And what I had to do was run a wire to get these to move right. I had to run a wire straight down. You got to drill through your cymbal holder on your cymbal stand, drill through that thing, and run that wire down. And you can kind of see, let me see if I can get in here. You can kind of see that wire, and this is actually a plug. So if I need to take the top cymbal off, I just unplug it there and pull it off, or I can unplug it and pull the bottom one off. Either way, anyway, I'm using two hi-hats here, one for open, one for close. Now on his kit he only used one. It was kind of semi-open, I think, for live performances. And I use these for my ride cymbal because they're very rigid. And the ride cymbal he used, most ride cymbals are very heavy. They don't move a whole lot unless you're riding them on the edge. But I use those, one for the regular ride section, one for the bell, and then we have another one over here for the cowbell. And as you can see here, I put the cymbal connection, so the wire actually plugs into a lead that goes in there. The actual quarter-inch jack is way downstream from the actual cymbal. That's why they're able to move really well. They don't have that heavy cable on them that restricts them. The rack, because I did not weld mine, its shape is similar but not exactly. Since I'm up against the wall, this is going to be kind of hard to see. But basically, what we have is you've got the main rack part here, and then you've got this kind of extension that runs off of it. So here's your main rack, and then you have this little offshoot, and that's what holds the cymbals. And then the same thing over here. You kind of have this is the main tier that holds the toms and the hi-hats, and then you kind of have this little offshoot here that holds the cymbals into place here. As far as the pedals go, these are actually getting to technical error number 2. The snare pedal has decided to quit working for the second time, and what I'm actually going to do is revamp these. These are all prototypes. Each one is different, and I've been testing these over time just to see which one was going to last longer and could be a little bit more durable. And I think I'm just going to change the design overall. But if you look here, let's see if I can turn some light up here. There we go. Put that up there. So here are the pedals. Let me see if I can get a good look. So you had your effects pedal, your snare, tom 1, tom 2, and then your bass drum. Technical error number 2. This is the trigger for the snare. I don't know if you can see that. Broken wire. And these are just basically off-the-shelf hi-hat pedals. Excuse me. And what I did was I took the switch triggers out. They're a kind of like an on-off switch inside them for a hi-hat, so open-close type switching. And what I did was I basically gut these things, and I put my own triggers in there. And so far, this has been a really good design. Few things happened. I don't know if you can see here. The snare is modified. It's got nothing under it. These use the this front part that goes down and hits the trigger inside the housing. This one has the trigger outside the housing like this. So, like I said, different styles of triggering mechanisms. Trying to figure out which one is going to be a little more durable. Now the cool thing about this bass pedal is this is the exact, not the exact pedal, but this is the exact make and model. It's a Pearl. I don't know. I know the model is or the make is a Pearl, but I don't know the model number. But anyway, if you've watched In Your Face in the Round, and they kind of do a pan shot around his feet, you will see this pedal. Get you a good close view of that, and it's got the spring adjustment on the side here. I don't know if you can see that very well, but lighting's Lighting's kind of horrible in here. I think that's it. Oh, the on the electronic side of this, I'll just go briefly because on the electronic side of this, you can do, there's a million possibilities. Now he ran into, turn this down a bit here. Rick ran in through two Simmons MTMs, which are MIDI to MIDI interfaces, and then ran into a MIDI merge to go into an Akai S900. Probably several, I guess. I don't know. I'm not real sure. I don't know a whole lot about the rack part of this. But for me, I am actually looking into doing the sampler sequencer route, but not right now. This is doing great for now. So what I've got, and I'll just kind of give you an overview here. So we've got a compressor limiter, effects processor. I'm using a DM5, a D4, and another D4, and a mixer here. This is technical error number 3. If you have one of these mixers, you probably already know that the trim knobs, the trim pots in here, they're plastic, they're kind of junk. And that's the issue I'm having right now. A lot of difficulty with the trim just completely going out. And no matter what you do with it, it doesn't do anything. So, and this gets, by the way, this gets really complicated. So I use the two D4s. One is for the drums, one is for the cymbals, and the DM5 is for the hi-hats and the ride. I know it sounds really complicated, but going this route gives me 36 inputs and a total of 12 possible outputs, so I can break the kit up and run it into different channels to be able to control the volumes on some of these. So kind of the way I did mine, I've got like the snare drum and bass drum here. Oops, sorry. The toms, hi-hat, ride. I can't remember what this is. I don't think I used that one. The effects, cowbell, tambourine. Now this is layer 2. These are the cymbals. Cymbals run in stereo, and the music source when I do videos. The neat thing about this is I can take these 3 modules here and I can MIDI chain them together. And by MIDI chaining them together, I can actually layer sounds, because you can go in and you can tweak this thing and you can give, you can reassign the MIDI notes on these and change the root kit and note and all that. So every time on my samples here, every time I hit a pad, it actually is giving me 2 sounds. It's giving a the bass sound, the primary sound, and then there's an overlay to it. So it's kind of like layering 2 sounds together. And then the effects pedal uses 3 layers. It uses all 3 of these, which gets kind of tricky, but a lot of time spent on this. And then I've just got a headphone amp down here, and of course a line conditioner. And like I said, there's different ways you can do this, and if you go this route, be prepared for something like this. It gets really, really ugly back there. But this is a really good way to go, though, and the reason I like this way is because, like I said, I have a lot of different options and a lot of ways to control this. By using the 3 modules with the mixer, I can just break it up and put different sounds wherever I want them, mix them together. It's a really cool way to go if you don't have a whole lot of money to buy fancy stuff. Yeah, this space is kind of small, so I apologize that I can't get to the front of the kit, because that's to me that's the best view. But anyway, like I said, once I get these technical errors figured out, I gotta get the snare pedal back working. Hi-hat's pretty much remedied. I just threw my spare on here. Mixer's gonna be a problem. It works intermittently, and in the middle of a song, that trim pot will cut out, so that's becoming a problem. So I may have to dive into that. I'm going to try to get another video out here probably this week, and hopefully this thing will hold out. But that's the kit. And like I said, I apologize. It's been so long since I put a video out. It's almost going on 4 weeks now. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, just leave them below. I'll try to answer. I at least answer everybody. And I know there's been some wacky stuff here with YouTube. Sometimes I'll see a notification that somebody commented, but their comment never shows up. I'm not sure why. Maybe they delete it. I don't know. But anyway, that's the kit, and here I am, and these are the problems. So hopefully, like I said, I will get this worked out pretty quick and get back to rocking. I got a really cool surprise coming up. Probably not this next video, possibly the next one after this one, and I think you'll like it. It's kind of a double header, a twofer. But I've added some lights, so to kind of, you know, make the show a little nicer. We can change some colors at least. But hopefully, oops. Anyway, there we go. But anyway, stay tuned. Hang in there. If you have a request, throw it out there. Any of the videos that you see, if you have a request, just add it to the comments, and I will do my darndest to get it up. Just to give you a heads up, somebody requested Bring It on the Heartache, or Bring It on the Heartbreak. That is coming up. I promise that is coming up very soon. Very soon. Probably not this next video, but definitely the one after that. So hang tight, hang with me, leave some comments, like it, subscribe it. If you're just driving through, just check it out, have fun. And like I said, hopefully some more rocking is coming. But hang tight. Thanks for your patience. See you at the next video.